Hello friends, so far we have learned Python operator and precedence, but programming becomes powerful when a program can make its own decisions. So in this video, we will understand about the Python conditional statement like if else and nested if with a theory and a practical example as well. Let's right now talk about what are conditional statements. Conditional statements are used for decision making. The program checks whether a condition is true or false. If the condition is true, one block of a code runs. But if it is false, either nothing happens or an alternate block will get executed. Let's right now talk about the types of conditional statement. Among that types, first type is named as if statement. The most basic conditional statement is if. The code inside the if block execute only when the condition is true. Look at the screen right now carefully. I have write a code of snippet over there. Like I have write a equal to 10 and if a is greater than 5, then I am printing some value or expression. Like here I am printing a is greater than 5. So basically in Python it checks the value is greater than 5 or not. If it is greater and the value is coming to true, then only the print statement will get executed. If it is not satisfying the value, means the value is getting as in false, then nothing will print on the screen and code will execute it from the output. So this is how the if statement exactly work in Python. For the same, for the detailed clarification as well, I have shown a small practical in the next letter view as well. So just bear with me. Let's right now talk about the if statement, which is a type of a conditional statement. I have already created and opened a Python window over here and created a file name which is named as condition.py. Let me just put a comment over here like it is if statement. Okay. For the same, I will write a small code of snippet over here. Just bear with me. After that, I will explain the code and the execution flow of the if statement. I'm writing a variable as in like a equals to 10. Then I'm using the if condition along with an comparison operator greater than and putting a value comparison for like 5 over here. And then I'm using a print statement to print some values inside a execution block. Okay, now see in this code I have write a variable a equal to 10 and then I'm using a if condition which is comparing a value of a along with the value 5. So basically, if you want to check any condition in Python, then we can use the if statement specifically by using the if keyword in Python. So basically what I'm doing over here, whatever the value I have with me, that is a equals to 10, that I am comparing or checking that is greater than 5 or not. If that condition is getting satisfied, like a true condition is coming for us, this means that value is greater than. It means true. So then and then only it will print the print statement. If suppose example, if I change the value of 10 to like 4, then at that time we know the specific value 4 of a is not greater than 5. Then the code will not execute this print statement and code will get out of the if block. So if I save the code right now and try to show you the output, see this time it print the result, but if I change the value of a to 4, then it will not print nothing over here. See, it print nothing over here. So this how if statement work in Python. If the condition only becomes true, then that inner block will get execute. If it is not satisfied, then inner block will not execute. It comes out of that block. Let's right now talk about the next type of conditional statement, which is if else statement. Here I have write a small code of snippet over the screen. Check that a equal to 3. If a is greater than 5, then I'm using a print statement under the if block. And similarly, I use the else block and also printing the print statement over there. So here, if I check the evaluation, as like the value is not getting satisfied, the output is false over here. So if the result is coming false, so it will not break the code. Either if block is not satisfied, then it will go to the else block to check it, and then it will print the respective value from their side. So basically, the program take a decision whether a condition is true or false, And for the same, if you not get it clearly over here, I have like shown some another practical example as well. We'll explain in the later view. Let's right now talk about the another important type of conditional statement, that is if-else statement. Already I have put a comment over here. I will write a small code of snippet and then I will explain the things how it exactly works in Python. So I'm using a b variable which is I'm assigning a value as in 10. Then I'm using the if statement to check the condition along with the variable x like value as in 5. Then I'm using a print function inside that if condition and printing b is greater than 5. And along that, in the same line of code of if, I'm using the else condition block, and then I'm writing some print statement as there as well, like b is not greater than 5. Okay, so see over here, I write a small code of snippet. So here what I'm doing, let me just try to explain to you right now. I'm using a b variable which is a 10 value, and then I'm using the if block condition statement with a condition check with a comparison operator over here, that is a greater than. So basically what I'm doing, I'm checking that the b like having a 10 is greater than 5. If that condition is satisfied, we already know if the condition is satisfied by the if condition, then the inner block of the if block will get executed. But at that time, we also know that if the condition is not satisfying, then the code will not show anything and come out of the execution. But right now, if we are using the if else statement, at that time, every time we will get something value as an output. So like how I'm saying that, because if the condition is satisfied by using the if statement, so it will print this value. But at some test, it might not happen that always this condition will get satisfied. Sometimes it came across like if I change the value of v over here, like a 4, so add like a 4, so this time the condition is not satisfying, so it will directly jump to the else block, and the else and then it will print the else block execution block over here. So if I save the code right now, as the condition is not satisfied, see what it print. See, it print the else block execution. But if I change the values and click 10, if the condition like right now the condition is satisfying, like it is coming to true, so this basically it will print this line right now. See, so see, so this how exactly either the condition is getting true or false, it will execute the code from if or the else block in the Python. Let's right now talk about a conditional statement, another type, that is nested if condition. For the same, I have already shown a small code of snippet over the screen. Just bear with me, I will explain the code, and if you still not get, we'll see in the practical approach as well. So here I have write a equal to 10 if a is greater than 5. In that if condition, I put another nested if condition which is checking if a is less than 15, and then I use the print statement under that nested if condition. So basically what is happening over here, if the first if condition is satisfied, then it will only go inside that if condition and check for the nested if condition. Then it check the nested if condition as well. If the condition is satisfying over there as well, then it will execute the respective print statement. Else it will not execute the statement and come out of the code. So basically this how the nested if condition works in Python, and for the same I will explain some more practical approaches in the later view. Let's right now talk about the nested if condition statement as well. As I have already put a comment over here, now I'm going to write a small code of snippet. Just bear with me. After that, I will explain the code, how it exactly works in Python. So basically, I'm using a variable a, which is I'm assigning a value as in 10 over here. Then I'm using a if condition statement that I'm checking a value along with the comparison operator, like 5 over here value I'm using check to compare. And then I'm using another if condition inside a if condition. So like is here I'm checking if a is less than 15, and then I'm using a print statement inside that nested if condition. I'm printing a is between 5 and 15. So let me just right now explain the code how it exactly work in Python. So basically, like I have already defined a value as in 10 over here for the variable a. Now I'm using the if statement to compare the value with the 5. If this condition is satisfied, then we already know if condition gets satisfied by the if statement, then the inner condition or inner execution block will get executed. Right now, see the see this condition is satisfied right now over here. So it goes to the this if condition. And here also the condition is getting satisfied. Like the value of 10 a is greater less than 15. And here the value of a is greater than 5. So that's why it will print the value as in print statement this line over here. If I save the code and try to execute the code right now, sorry, my bad. I think I made some mistake. Just a sec. See, see, it print the value for this print statement. But if I change the value to like 54 area and save the code, then if I execute the value, see, this time it won't print anything over here. Why? Because the first condition is getting satisfied, correct? But if it is go inside the nested if condition, at there it is not getting satisfied. So that's why it not execute this line and comes out of the code. So that's why we won't get any value as an output over here. So that how the nested if condition works in Python. Let's right now talk about the another important topic, that is logical operator using the conditions. In the real world programs, we mostly deal with the logical operators like and, or, and not. And for the same, I have demonstrated a small code of snippet over the screen. Just bear with me, I will explain the code, what I have write and how it exactly works. I have write age equals to 20, income equals to 25,000, and I'm using the if condition along with the and operator. Like I'm writing if age is greater than 18 and income is greater than 20,000. If both of these conditions is getting satisfied by using the and operation, then the respective print statement will execute. If it is not satisfied by anyhow condition, then nothing will print and code will execute it from there. So this how the logical operator plays a vital role in the conditional statements in Python. Okay, let's now build a real life example with as an age checker. This program will decide whether a user is a minor, adult, or a senior citizen. So I'm writing a small code of snippet over here. Like I'm taking an variable age, which is equals to int, and I want to take an input from the user. So I'm using the input function as we already know. For taking any input from the user, we use the input function. I'm printing here enter your age. Okay. Now I'm writing some conditional statements over here. Just bear with me. I will explain them one by one in detail. So first condition statement I'm using by using the if statement. I'm using age is less than equals to 18. If that the case is satisfied, then I'm printing you are a minor. Okay. Then I'm using the another conditional statement, that is elif, and here also I'm checking a condition. If age is less than equals to 60, then at that time I'm printing you are a adult. And if both the condition are not satisfied, I'm using the else block then. And then I'm printing a statement like you are a senior citizen. So this is the code. Now let me just try to explain you how it exactly works. So basically what I'm doing over here, I'm taking input from the user. Then by each of the condition by using the if else block, I am checking the conditions in various line according to the user input. So if I save the code, then I try to run the value like conditional statement over here. And if I put as in 15 over here, so it basically that value of 15 will get as an age, and that will get compared by using the if condition. If it is satisfied, then it will print. If it is not satisfied, it will go to the elif. If satisfied, then it will print this line. If it is not satisfied, then it go to the else block. If satisfied, it will execute. So basically, if I use the print like 15 value over here, if I press enter, then I get an you are a minor. Why? Because the first condition is getting satisfied. That's why we are getting as an you are a minor statement in the output. So if I run the code again, if I use the value like here right now, 65, then see, let me tell you the evaluation right now. 65 as an age value. 65 is less than 18? No. 65 is less than equal to 60? No. So it will go to the else condition and print this line right now. You are a senior citizen. See, it print the senior citizen. So if I want to print this as well, you are an adult, then I'm using running the code one more time, and I'm printing this time like a 45 and saving the code. So here 45, if I give it, age is like 45. A 45 is less than 18. No, it is not that less than 18. So it will go to the else condition, elif condition. It will check over here. If 45 is less than equal to 60, yes, it is. So it will print this line right now. So see it how this how it prints the result in the output. So basically, by using a real-time approach, we have seen that how the conditional statement are useful while performing any real-time approaches code in Python. So friends, today we clearly understood the concept of the conditional statement using if else, and nested if. This concept exactly forms the foundation for the loops and the real world applications. So in the next video, we will be covering our next topic, that is Python loops, and also see them in practical approach and see how they exactly works in Python. If you found this helpful, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon. Stay tuned for more Python tutorial. See you in the next video.